This is, yeah, pregame. All right, let me pull up this.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live, people.
Oh,
we are live.
Do we have a link somewhere?
Live in full effect. Shout out to everybody in
it takes a minute for that link to come through.
That's what she said.
Hey, boom, boom.
Yeah.
He said that's what she said.
Oh no.
Bam.
All right, here we go now. Sending it out.
Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land. You know what we do, how we do. We always got to send out the links to the viewers, to y'all, to the people, so y'all can tune in. So thank you. Just sit back, relax, while we send out these links real quick.
Keiko. She's always like the first one in there. Shout out to Keiko, my girl.
Chia. What's up, Keiko? Big shout out. Did I say her name right, Keiko?
Yeah. Keiko be on there telling people to like.
Yeah, tell them, Keiko. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's that love. That's that support. That's what we need from the people, from y'all. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and of course, subscribe. And of course, big shout outs to all the usual suspects that be coming in and lighting up our comment section. We love it. We love y'all. We're gonna have some usual suspect merch coming real soon. So please stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? They just got to get developed and printed, put on the shirts, and then bam, coming to y'all. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Hold on. Almost done.
All right.
You think we would get better at this? Well, you think I would get better at this, but you guys already sent out your links. How are you guys so fast? Why am I so slow?
That's what she said.
That's what she said too?
Yeah.
You say a lot.
How are you guys so fast?
Why are you so fast? Why are you so slow? What the heck?
He left.
Okay, almost. Oh my God. Two more. Trying to get everybody. Because you know, you miss people, then they'd be like, why didn't you send me the link?
Right.
You know, but the link should be automatic.
Bam, I put out 2 links. I hope everybody is enjoying their day so far. I'm just all in the comment section this morning or this evening. You know?
Oh, we got people on there? All right.
Yeah, thank you, all 4 people that's tuning in. Thank you. We appreciate it. Please stay tuned. We about to start the show.
We're getting it together.
You know?
One more, and then I'm ready.
I don't think I'll be able to do it from here. I would like to be in tune with, shit, I can't do it.
You want me to tag you?
No, I already got it, but y'all get to see everything that everybody in YouTube land get to say, and I don't. I just be over here like, do.
All right, I am finished.
You ready? You good?
I think. Sure, I am ready. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Hold on one sec. All right. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yo. What's going on, everybody?
Come on. I'm getting better.
All right, let's do it one more time. We need to do that one more time. It was a little off.
Cause you be going in slow motion, bro. It's just yo. Just...
All right, let's do it. Here we go. One more time. This the real deal Holyfield right here. Real deal Holyfield. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yo. There we go. What's going on, everybody? We are your local online news show. What's up, people news? We talk about local, national, and international news. I am your co-host, Frosty McNuggets.
And I'm the host with the most, Frosty Oreos.
Chill.
And I'm Frosty Knowledge.
Yes.
AKA Pop Secret.
Pop?
You got another AKA?
That's like the 5th one.
I missed 1 week and you got a new name, Pop Secret. I don't even want to know where that came from.
He took a quick sabbatical and now we got new names.
Right.
Come on, man. Look at this. It was just right here.
Secret.
Well,
that's a good one. That's a good cover. I like that.
That's what he said.
Yo. So we are back. As you can see, all 3 of us, the whole Frosty team is back. Like always, we're gonna do some quick little updates. So of course, the host with the most. How you doing so far, man?
Oh man, I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? We discussed what I'm going through right now, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm just gonna pull through, man. You know what I'm saying? They say God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So I just gotta prevail and win. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I dig it. It's funny too. It's funny you say that because not to get too deep, but Brother Jay, the host of the Lukey podcast, has said the same thing last night. Just talking about trials and tribulations and how, the Most High, basically what you just said, and it's, I really do believe that. I do believe that. That's what's up. Staying tough.
What about you guys? How you guys' week's been?
Miss Knowledge?
Fine. I don't think it's kind of status quo. Still working from home. It seems like working from home, you work longer because I have like these billable hours that I have to have every month, right? So it's like, yeah, you have to make it's like a quota of billable hours. So I can't goof around. Like it's not like I can be here goofing around. I actually have to work because I have to bill. Mm-hmm. But if I'm always interrupted because I have to pick, my son up from work, drop him off at work, take this person here. Like I have my laptop here, my other one, because if I'm interrupted, I still got to get a certain amount of billable hours done in a day. So I find myself working even longer when I'm here. I'll be here until like 8:00 tonight, still working, but I'm fine. Kiva's taking her COVID test Saturday for school because she starts college August 24th. So they have
So they stick in the tooth thing up her nose?
I don't know which one. I saw that they have a video of the testing, so I don't know which one they're doing. But I imagine if they're showing you a video, it probably is the nose one.
Yeah, they got a mile high up there.
All in the back of your brain, just tickling.
Yeah, that's probably the one, exactly. So she's got to do that before they before she go on campus.
I don't know about everybody else, but my nose was burning for like 2 days. Like I was sniffing coke for 2 days straight. It was all right. I was like, Jesus, this is how they do it?
Yeah, that's crazy. She's got to have that done. It's going to be interesting.
And them mother effers didn't even call me back with results.
At all? Oh my God.
I called them. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, y'all did the test. What's popping? They're like, oh, this is the wrong number. They sent me to some central line. Was like, yeah, quarantine for 2 weeks. Like, nigga, I was in the emergency room. Like, I don't need to fucking quarantine. Like, what the fuck? Forget.
What? Because they lost that? That's so.
No news is good news.
Oh,
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
That is true.
And I heard there was a
Hold on, guys.
backlog.
My bell. 1 second.
Yep.
I think they're doing a little better with the testing now. I mean, I think it's still 2 weeks, but
Yeah. It's still a long time, man. That's
yeah, even
it's
with
unfortunate.
right, because if she gets tested Saturday, which is what is that date? The 8th.
Yeah.
School doesn't start until the 24th. So at that point, she could be exposed.
Like a couple, like it's like right on the time frame.
Right.
When school goes back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, I guess something is better than nothing. They're just trying to minimize the exposure as much as they can.
Yeah, stay safe, everybody out there. We reached another milestone, 500 cases in one day. Not for the state of Massachusetts, but across the country. That's a new high for us. 500 cases in one day.
Mississippi is suffering right now, and
Yeah.
Texas, they don't even have enough hospitals because they have the hospitals, but you know how Massachusetts, we have like all these teaching hospitals, so we're like a college and hospital state.
Yeah.
Not Mississippi, because they're like the poorest state in America, I think, and they only have one hospital that can support COVID patients. One hospital in the state of Mississippi that can support COVID patients. So they've been they're like -14. They're calling around to other places to see if they can take some of these patients. And what's happening in like Mississippi and Texas, I know we got to go on with the show, but they were saying that when they find a bed for these people, sometimes in a different state, if they pass, the family can't even afford to bring them back home to bury them.
Wow.
Like, we don't even think about that type of stuff. Like, they're trying to save them, so they're calling around to find a bed for them. And then when they die, these people can't get their family members back to bury them. Like, it's just a big.
So why do they have to pay for that, though?
I know you would think that the states would help, and maybe they are trying to. Imagine, oh my God, that's. Because to transport a dead body, I imagine that is something else.
Probably costly, and then you got to think they got COVID, so the person driving the truck got to be extra safe, and the people loading the truck.
Yeah, refrigeration too, because when my mom passed and I called the funeral parlor, like this was all new, but you had to do it. We had to pay extra for like the refrigeration for them to go and get her and have her refrigerated.
Wow. I never even thought, like, that never even occurred to my mind, like having to, you see it in movies, like, but they put them on a plane, and of course it's a movie, so they get there like in the next 30 seconds. So, but actually having to go through that, wow.
Yeah, if the body's anywhere for any length of time, I would imagine they would have to keep it cold, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's why people need to tune in. You learn something new every day.
This took a dark, sad turn. Like COVID, awful.
But for me personally, my week has been very hectic. I'm carless. My car died on me. So I'm in the process of getting some new wheels. I'm going to the car lot tomorrow to go look at some new cars, see what I see, But yeah, other than that, I'm still here. I'm still healthy. So, I'm okay. I need to get back to work. I need a job. So I need my car so I can get there.
Oh, right, because you're not taking the public trans.
Nah, I'm not taking public transportation.
Right,
So I'm
right.
gonna need my call so I can get back to work.
Right. No wonder you. Oh, I get it. Oh,
You better hop on that bat bus.
I mean, if I had to get to work,
So honestly, I don't even know where the back. They don't have bus stop signs like they do in
signs are
Boston.
weird in Brockton, right? You can't find.
They don't have like, you know,
No, but they look
a
weird. You
sign that
can't
says
even
this
find.
is the bus.
It's like a piece of paper wrapped on a pole with a
Right?
BAT on it. And you're like, what?
And it don't even look like a bus stop. It just looks like how people always post like flyers on poles and stuff.
Oh,
Like
it's a fat like bus for sale. That's what it looks like.
it's the signage out here is horrible. I don't even know where the bus stop is. I be seeing the buses go.
Yeah.
Like I know where the bus center where buses go at night. I know where that's at, but don't ask me where a bus stop is.
I don't know, but don't lose your job though. You got I don't know.
I don't know how they be finding the bus stops. Like I see people just standing, so I'm guessing that's a bus stop, but you don't see no sign.
Right.
You don't see nothing. They be in front of somebody's house. You don't know if they loitering, waiting for a bus.
It's true.
Girl Scout cookies. I don't know, man.
Because they're not even on like, sometimes it doesn't even look like a main street. It just looks like a residential area, and then you'll see a poster on a pole. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and they don't tell you the numbers. It's just a sign, so you don't know if what you got. What if you got to catch the 42? This ain't the 42 stop.
They only got like fucking 4 buses for the whole town.
It's so true.
The 12 is the one that comes back to Boston.
Is it good? Because see, she's gonna have to commute to Stonehill. So we did that same thing.
Commuter rail out there too.
Yeah, but when I don't know, when we
it's a commuter in Brockton.
Right. No, they do have a commuter rail that goes straight to Boston to Brockton. You could take that, absolutely.
I didn't even know that. Where's that at?
You gotta find it. Google
I don't know. I live in Boston. I don't know.
No, that definitely is one. That's a small.
I didn't know that. I just thought it was buses out here.
It's expensive though, the commuter rail. But
well, that might have to be an option then.
Yeah, it is an option. Plan B.
Right.
And not the other plan B.
No, right. This ain't that plan B. This ain't that plan B, y'all. Get your mind out the gutters. Right? But we're gonna move right along. We have a couple Black businesses that I want to talk about, just 2. One, well, it's not even, actually, these aren't even, one's a business and one is a Black author, a lady Black author. The lady's name is Mitchka Harad, and the title of her book is TJ's Island Adventure. Miss Harad is Haitian, and the book is about TJ and learning about his culture and heritage, but it's based around a Haitian myth. So that sounds very interesting. I'll have her website where you can order the book, her Facebook link, of course, like always. At the end of the video, you'll find all the information in the description. So definitely check that out. Again, the name of the book is TJ's Island Adventure. And the author's name is Mitchka Harad.
Wow.
So that's dope. That's dope. Big shout out to Black authors. Me and Brother Oreo a couple years ago did a Black author series where we had a couple Black authors and some poets on, talked about their books and things like that. So we might need to start that back up and have Miss Harad on talk about her book. That's dope. That's dope. Black author. This is her first book that she's ever published. So big shout out to her in accomplishing that. Because I know that's, if you're an author or you want to write books, that's obviously your goal. So she definitely achieved that. So big shout out to her. Again, I'll have the links where you can find her book. It's a children's book. It's for kids. So I'll have the links so you can check that out. The second one is a brother. He's a fashion designer. His name is Peyton Collins. And he started his brand is called Coco Gear. And it was inspired by Black Lives Matter. He was big or not big, but he was involved in a lot of the protests with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And because of that, he started this clothing line. All the proceeds, he says, go directly to Black Lives Matter to help fund in the movement and get the word out there. His clothing is dope. It's a flag with a crown, but it's upside down. He says the meaning behind that is a representation of when George Floyd was on the ground and they had his knee on his throat and all that, and that's kind of representation of not the act, but just saying like a king is down. He kind of got deep into the symbology of it, but that's kind of the gist of it. So I want to shout him out again. Peyton Collins is a fashion designer. He's actually located here in Brockton. And his clothing line is called Coco Gear. And it's he said the proceeds will go to Black Lives Matter. So definitely check out those two individuals. The author, again, the book is TJ's Island Adventure, and Brother Peyton, who's a fashion designer with Coco Gear. And again, all the information will be in the description after the show. So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into the show like we always do. We're gonna do the sum up of the week. Brother Oreo has given me the honor today.
It's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yes. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, robotic voice man. Thank you. But with that being said, we're going to get into it. So the sum up of the week, where we kind of sum up what's been going on. So for me personally, what I've been seeing is a lot of wild people doing wild stuff during this time of COVID. You know, we briefly talked about it earlier, but I'm seeing parties. The schools down in Georgia reopen. I don't know if people have seen that. Please, everybody out there, stay safe. Wear a mask. This is not anything political. I don't care if you're Republican, Libertarian, Independent, Green Party, Progressive, whatever, Democrat, Republican.
The birthday party.
It don't matter.
That's for real. That's Kanye's party, is the birthday party.
Are you serious?
No, true story.
Wow. We'll have to get back to that. Wow. But people, please wear your mask. It's vital. It's not any type of political affiliation. It's for your health.
Right.
This is not a hoax. This shit is real. People are dying every day. You know, I think we're up to over 150,000 cases or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 160.
Yeah, 160,000 cases of COVID across this country. This thing is real. This virus is real. People are talking about being patriotic and they love the country and they want to open it. You got to make sure you're healthy, you're safe. Wear a mask, people, please. And don't forget, we got 89 days.
89, yeah.
About 89 days to the next presidential election. You have to register to vote. It's so vital. The latest polls show that Joe Biden's lead has dropped, I think, like a couple points. He still has a big lead against Trump right now, but it is dwindling. We have to be activated. We have to register to vote so that when election time comes, we can get Trump out of office, because another 4 years of this disaster, this dictator, you know, he's a horrible person. We need him out of office, right? So please register to vote so we can get him out of office, while at the same time protecting yourself, protecting your friends, family. Please put on a mask. It doesn't have to be a certified medical, you know, N95 mask, as long as you have something covering your face, get a cloth, be like bandana, do all of that.
Yeah.
But please be safe, protect yourself, protect your family, while at the same time being ready to register to vote and or voting in November so we can get Trump out of office.
Right.
So that's my quick sum up of the week. I'm going to pass this off to the one and only Miss Knowledge. We got a dope game of Who Said It.
Who
So
said
with
it?
that being said, passing it off.
Yes, one of my favorite parts. Who said it? This is going to be a special Who Said It because it's going to be which Frosty said it. So that's what we're going to do. And too bad we don't have a lot of our usual suspects to play this game with us because that would have been cool. But now amongst ourselves, we're going to have to try to remember who said it. So
let's do it.
Let's start. Guys ready? First quote. Skim milk is just white water.
That sounds like something brother Oreo would say.
I did not say that. Frosty Pop Secret said that.
No, McNugget said that.
What? I said that?
It was an episode talking about health food and like eating right. And talking about like, he was like, I drink almond water. I said, do you do skim milk? And he's like, skim milk is just white water.
Yo, I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. All right, next.
Oh
one.
man.
You see how you try to toss it on me? That's brother.
He sure did. Oh my God.
Yo, I can't believe it.
Like he couldn't have possibly have said that, right? All right, the next one, I'm gonna try to get the say it in the same tone as I heard it. So my dinner is cold anyway. It's a salad.
Yo,
Had to be me. That had to be me.
Yes.
Yo,
well, gotta say it in the right tone. Yeah.
Yo,
That's how you
oh,
said
man.
it. You were like, so my dinner is cold anyway. It's a salad. Oh God. All right. Here's my favorite one. That's the famous black lady head.
The famous black lady head.
Oh, that might have been you. That might have been you, bro.
That do sound like something I would say.
Yeah. I think that was the episode we was talking about Nefertiti.
Yeah.
That had to be
Exactly. He said that's our famous black lady head. Oh my God. You know what's funny? How we forget what we say. Like that's crazy. Like he forgot two of the things that he said so far. At least you remember yours. He blaming it on you. Like he literally was like, "Who said that, dude?
That sounded like something Frosty Oreos would say.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Black lady head.
Okay, this
Yeah,
one,
that's something I would say. Yep.
this one was funny too. Hold on. These aren't absolute quotes. I'm paraphrasing everything because So put it in your pocket. You might have been creeping and you got your dirty condom and your vape in there. You got to clean it.
Oh. Wait. That was an After Dark reference. I remember that.
Nope. It was not.
That wasn't an After Dark reference?
Nope. I said that.
Yeah, yes.
I said that. Then
Yo, I'm horrible with these quotes, man.
that was reference to the whole vape ban and
Right.
and all ban and all that other stuff.
Right, because you were talking about how the kids probably weren't getting sick from whatever chemicals were in the vaping. They probably weren't cleaning their vapor or whatever the thing is called. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So
I'm doing bad. I'm 0 for 3.
yeah, you are doing really bad. It's not good when your mode of transportation no longer transports you.
That's Brother Oreo right there. That gotta be Brother Oreo right there.
I don't know. Is it just me and him? Are any of these quotes gonna be yours?
You know what's funny? Every time I tried to pull my quote, it was so obvious that it was my quote. I'm just like, none of these are. And remember, I weren't on it. I just started, so I don't have a lot of good quotes.
I don't. I think that. I don't know. I think you said that one, bro.
It is him. I can't believe he doesn't know anything that he's saying.
I said that?
Yes, it's not good when your mode of transportation no longer transports you. And this was an old show. You would have thought you just said that. This was an old show. You was in a car accident.
Oh, dang. Yo, I'm getting old. I can't remember nothing.
Yeah. Let me see. Couple more. I'm not sparring with anyone. I'm doing Disney Plus and Thrust.
Oh, that's Brother Oreo right there. We was talking. That's when you had first came or something. No, we was talking about, what was it? Netflix and chill.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I told you. I be knowing.
That was my quote. That's my quote. I said it at the end of the show. We were shutting it down, and I said, I'm not. And you started. Brother Oreo started talking about boxing, and I said, I'm not sparring with anyone. I'm doing Disney Plus and Thrust.
When
You should have known that was her. She stay on Disney Plus.
Yo! Oh man.
Oh, okay. The last one. It doesn't cost anything to support.
Oh, we all said that one.
Yeah, but Brother Oreo always says that it doesn't cost anything to support. So everybody out there, like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up.
Yes.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
I gotta get better with these quotes, man.
Yeah, you do. I do have some Twitter gold though, because this is just funny and it has nothing to do with anything, but it was on Twitter. So you know how I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Whatever. So Beyonce had her Black is King came out. Did you guys see any pieces of that? Beautiful. Whatever. Do you know why it's called Black is King?
No.
Because the composer of the song A Lion Sleeps Tonight is Linda Solomon, or Solomon Linda, but never got any credit, has never gotten any royalties. So I guess when she found out about this person never getting any royalties to this big Lion King song.
Right. That was like the biggest song. It still is one of the biggest songs.
Right. So, I mean, she's dedicated this. I don't know if she's giving anything to this person. I don't know, but that's what made her come up with Black is King. But somebody on Twitter wrote, watch Terry Crews come out with White is King.
Oh, God. Oh, that dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, and then have an acronym for it.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Foolish.
Stop.
Foolish. So those are all my quotes there. That was it.
Nice.
That was fun, guys. I'm still astonished that McNugget has no idea what he says throughout these shows. Like, it's just a mystery to him. Like, literally putting it off on everybody else.
See, I'm on point like a needle.
Yeah, and you said one today that I had as a quote. I got. Wait a minute. I quit school because of recess, and I'm like, you just said it like today. I'm like,
Right, you did say that.
get out of here.
Well, you would have pulled that one out and been like, oh, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, like I had that one, and you said it. I just crossed it all out. I'm like, okay. So that's it. That was fun, guys.
Yes.
That was fun.
I can't wait till next week's Who Said It.
Yeah, I love that. I love this. Hopefully we'll have some things other than like Trump, because this week, if Oreo didn't show up, I just had a whole bunch of Trump quotes.
Well, we're going to have some gems today. We're going to have some gems today.
Oh, wait a minute. Check this out. This is what we should do next time for our viewers, right? Right? We should all get, you know what I'm saying, get a little something, throw it in the basket, and you play the game, and the winner, we ship it to them.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I hope y'all hear that, usual suspects, everybody out there.
Y'all better be on point.
Y'all better be on point.
Hold on. So when are we gonna do it? Let's first say when we're gonna do it.
I say we doing it in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, just so we get enough time to get some of the prizes and things together.
All right. 2 weeks. We do the quotes, right? And then I think you should mix them up.
Oh yeah, I will. Because I had a thought of, I'll tell you guys off what I had.
Off camera. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to debrief after the show.
Yeah, because I have some good ideas with some quotes.
Nice. So yeah, no, I'm with that. Y'all be ready for that. When next time we do 2 weeks, we know Who Said It.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some prizes. Y'all better be ready.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you got for us today?
So I don't know which one to talk about. So there was okay. I'm gonna mix. It's 2 things, but I'm gonna go with what happened in Colorado, and I don't know the other state, but it's both involving the same thing. And I don't know if you guys have seen. Well, let me preface it like this. You know, we focus a lot on cops brutalizing men, and we oftentimes forget about black women are out here being brutalized as well. And this week has showed us this
Mm-hmm.
because it was 2 instances that happened with black women, and not only just black women, but black women with their children. Did you see this, Oreo? So there's 2 videos that came out. One in Colorado, which is the same place where Elijah McClain was stopped for walking down the street with, I think, his hat on, and they injected him with whatever it was to calm him down, and he passed away, whatever. So same police force. So this black mom was riding in the car with her 4 kids, ages ranging from 6 to 17. They thought her car was stolen. So they pulled her over, guns out. So not only did they pull this woman and her kids over, they made them get out of I think it was a minivan. Yeah. And not only did they make them get out of the minivan, they put them all on the ground.
Face down,
the children as well. Handcuffed. They were all handcuffed, I think, except for the 6-year-old. All of them handcuffed. Screaming for their mom. And these cops left them there for a good bit of time until they figured out that it was a mistake. So it was check this, same license plate, but a different state. How do you get that wrong?
Right?
Like, how do you get that wrong? That's unbelievable. And then, I don't know if this happened prior to or afterwards, 2 black moms in a car, a minivan, with their babies, infant babies, driving along, listening to Barney or something, some nursery rhyme. And Secret Service pulled them over with guns, saying that they stole the car. What? She's rolling down the window and has nursery rhymes in the car with babies back there, and saying that they stole the car, made them get out of the car, left the babies in the hot car while they tried to figure it out. Like,
Wow.
this is unbelievable. These are the things that they don't do to, they would have never done that to a white woman and her kids.
No,
They would have
not at all.
never have done that. They would have asked them for ID. They would have tried to figure out, because they would have been like, oh, there's no way that she stole this car. Let's figure out what's going on. But with these Black families, it was, think they committed a crime first and then figure it out afterwards, right? And it was the same thing with the two women and their two babies. Mistaken identity. They didn't steal anything. Another mistake. And then they both send this stupid apology saying, well, it's our policy that if we suspect you of stealing a car, we can go in basically with guns out. That's how we deal with that.
But even still, like,
unless we decide you're not a threat. They could decide that you're not a threat and not have guns out. But the policy protects them that they can. So what was the threat with the women? Like,
and then, like, cops aren't using common sense. Like, if that's part of your policy, all right, I can't argue with that. That's your policy. But as a cop, that's something that you can fall back on. If you are pulling someone over, don't you assess the situation? Aren't they trained to look at the situation, analyze it, then react? If you're pulling,
this isn't dangerous. This isn't a dangerous situation. So
yeah, you're pulling over a car full of ladies with their kids. Again, name me a situation, and I want to see proof. I want to see a report. Name me a time where a cop has pulled over a car. It was stolen. It had women and children in it, and the women had guns and kids was blazing at the cops. Like, I need to see statistics where this has happened to justify, despite having policy that that's how they do it. But again, did you not assess the situation? Did you not see a car full of women and children?
And they spoke to the kids afterwards. The news or someone, they interviewed the kids, and the kids are just like, they're crying. And the little girl, I think the 12-year-old was saying, like, who do I trust? She's like, I don't know. Who do I call when I'm in trouble now? Because now they're afraid. It's just like the little boy, remember the video of him playing basketball, and the police car drove down his cul-de-sac, and he hid. Because he just thinks like something bad is going to happen, and it shouldn't be like that.
No, and he was in his own yard shooting on his own hoop by himself, just chilling like any other kid. And he seen the police. There wasn't no sirens. They was just driving down the street. He was like, nope, not today.
And it's hard to teach your children all cops aren't bad, right? So when they see things like that, how do you teach them to try to differentiate, all cops aren't bad? How do you teach those kids that had to lie down on the ground? Why is a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old on the ground and 14? Why are they on the ground?
Right.
They're clearly children. Where are they going? Where's a 6-year-old going without her mom?
Like, again, they don't assess the situation. They don't use common sense, because if you use common sense, a lot of these situations would be a nothing burger, because you're looking at it, a car full of women. Even if the car is stolen, it's a car full of women and children. Like, let me go. Let's talk to them. Respectable. They're a person. They're a mother. I wouldn't want someone talking to my mom all reckless.
Because guess what it could be? There are instances where you may borrow a car, not know that it's someone reported it stolen, right? Just because a car is reported stolen, it could be somebody who's pissed at you and called up and said my car is stolen. Like, I don't know. There's so many different circumstances, but under no circumstance should children be put face down on the ground screaming with cops standing over them with their guns drawn. And then you know what Colorado police said? They'll pay for the therapy. They're gonna pay for the kids' therapy. So you got that. Like, why did you even say that? So they don't sue you? Guess what? You're gonna be sued anyway. Like, because those kids are gonna need therapy for real.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna need therapy for real. So man, be careful out there. It's just tough. You're damned if you do,
I
you're
don't,
damned if you don't.
I
Yeah.
don't, I don't know if you guys heard this one. I mean, it isn't as major as what you guys just said, but I believe it was in Phoenix, and this was something that I wanted to say last week. There was there's a library believe it's in Phoenix. It's a library. So basically, what the statement that the library put out there is like, they're not for the police brutality and they stand against it and so on and so forth, right? So the sheriff of that town sent them a letter like, all right, dude, that's how y'all feel when shit pop off at the library. Don't call us because we ain't coming.
What?
Yo, what?
Of course.
It was like, so I guess at that library, right? There's I guess they have a problem with, I guess, solicitation or whatever, or trespassing or whatever, just loitering and all that stuff. So they called the police, and he put the sheriff put in his statement to the library, like, yeah, we've just been on a few calls, this month about you doing whatever, but you stand against police brutality and all of that. Don't call us.
Wow.
Oh, crazy.
That's like,
That's the
why are you doing your job? Like, why are you a cop? Like, those are the cops that why are you cops? Why? It's almost like, oh my God, if you're a doctor, you're just supposed to help people no matter what the person is. You're supposed to help them, like, or don't be a doctor. If you can't do your job objectively, don't be in that profession.
yeah. It's simple. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody hates you. You're there to protect it, not protect some people, not protect people that love you, not protect people who support you. That's not how the world is, because everyone is not going to love you. Everyone's not going to like you. But if you're a cop, you protect them no matter what, because that is your job, to serve and protect. Why? Oh, go on.
Before cops are actually cops, right?
Yeah.
Are born in and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Don't they kind of take a pledge to, as you say, serve and protect, or protect and serve and shit? That's what they do, right?
Exactly.
So with all of this happening, right, and going on, and if they do pledge it or take an oath, when do you hold them accountable to this oath or to this pledge that they declared that they would stand by and work by and live by?
Right. And you know what? That goes back to what we always say. It's policy and it's politics, and people hate politics. Like, they hate being involved in this. They think everything is political, but everything is political because it's policy and it's voting, and it's voting for that DA. As we always talk about, that district attorney is so pivotal in things like that, because that is the person that's going to go to that sheriff's department, and they will hold them accountable. If you can't do your job, then you have to go. But if you don't have a DA that's doing that, yeah, they can do that, and no one's going to hold them accountable. Just like that DA now in New York that's holding the NRA accountable, that Black woman that they just got, no, not DA, Attorney General. Oh, yeah, Black woman. She is trying to dissolve the NRA. So, gun toters are going crazy. But it's not because of the guns. It has nothing to do with guns, but all to do with, and the NRA has been taking those gun-toting people, I need my guns, taking their money and going on trips to Africa and Europe and like buying jets and everything. They're taking all those fees, and they're spending it. They're using that money. So that's why they're in trouble right now. They're being sued. But of
Wow.
course, people are Trump, of course, talked about like, well, New York doesn't like you, Florida will, so come to Florida. Like, it's not about, he's making it about guns. And the woman in the complaint is nothing about guns, it's the fraud. They're committing fraud. So, but again,
Misappropriation of funds.
exactly. But my point was, without that attorney general there, they would keep doing it. Like, people just do whatever they want to do. And like Oreo said, who's holding them accountable? So ultimately, it has to be us because we're the ones that are voting these people in. So we have to hold them accountable in who we vote in. That's what we kind of touched on last week, I think. But yeah, that's crazy. Imagine that. I'm just not going to help you. When they burn down your library, don't call us. We're just going to watch it burn.
Right? Wow.
You know what that is? That's like that's like modern day inward lover, right? Because remember back, if you were white back in the day, and if they thought that you were an inward lover, they ain't helping you. Your house can burn down, the Klan will be burning crosses in the white people's house too, and burn down your house. They're not helping you because you're an inward lover. So
Crazy.
it's the equivalent. You know, and I think that's really how they see it. Like, if you support George Floyd, if you support Black Lives Matter, that's what you are. You a Negro lover. Yeah. So, you know, they don't. You just as bad in their eyes. That's unfortunate. So, my next story. Moving along. This one is a good one. It's not a bad thing. I was watching the news and I came upon this doctor. His name is Dr. Alistair Martin. He's right at Mass General. He's an emergency room doctor, and he's doing something that's really, really special. So I guess, you know, during his time working at Mass General, he noticed that in the emergency room, like 80% of the people that show up at the emergency room do not actually have emergencies. They show up because they don't have a PCP, you know, or personal doctors, or they don't have insurance. You know, oftentimes it's not something that's life or death. It's just those type of things. So it made him think like, why is this happening? And this is happening because the healthcare system is failing everybody. You know, people are being left behind regarding healthcare. And again, as we just said, it's policy and it's politics, and it depends on who we're putting in office, who you're voting in is, you know, going to work with you with this healthcare. So his idea was to bring voting to the hospital, make it easy for these people, because a lot of these people are not voting. They don't have a say in what's going on. So he and some nurses and some other doctors got with some developers, and they made a kiosk there that you can register to vote while you're in the ER. Of course, not if your arm is like severed and you know, your blood is dripping. But if you have like a non-acute emergency while you're waiting to be seen, because you know emergency rooms, you're there for what, 2-3 hours anyway, you can register to vote. You can check it to see if you're registered to vote. If you're somewhere else in the hospital, they have signs up that you can scan. There's a barcode and you can scan it with your phone, and it'll take you to the site that will tell you how to register to vote or let you know if you are registered. This is like the best idea ever because it continues to empower people. And that's really what voting does. It gives you some power. It gives you some say in some things. And there's a lot of people who are being underserved. And I think that's such a good idea. And they're trying to get it in a lot of hospitals across Massachusetts and clinics. So, I mean, I kind of like living in Massachusetts. And sometimes people are like, well, why do you live here? Like, you know, my mom used to always want me to move back to Alabama. And I'm like, I am not moving back to Alabama because the policies are backwards. And I've been saying that since forever. I mean, I'm pretty old, and I even knew, you know, you just know that they're backwards. They're not going to help us. I'm like, I don't want my children to grow up down there because I mean, they're progressing a little bit, but they're under that Republican rule. I mean, look at those Republican governors sending those people to school.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Imagine having to think about, do I send my kid to school because the district is open and you're in trouble if you don't send your kid to school? What do you do? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's a big issue right now about how our kids gonna go back to school, what they're gonna have in place. I've been seeing different things here, and figuring out how my son's gonna go back to school, and
we got our letter already from the school. They're pretty much on point because they told us they were going to have it on Tuesday, and they did. So at where my youngest one is, she's 11. And the school goes from like K1 to, and then they have a high school as well. It's a charter school. So they're doing phases, and they're in phase 1. And their plan is to be remote. They're not even going to play that game. So, they're going to be remote until October, like the middle of October. So the first 6 weeks of school is just going to be remote learning. It's not going to be like in the spring, how they just got together and did a couple of classes and just gave them a whole packet of work to do every day or whatever. No, they're going to actually have classes the whole day remotely. But then they're going to open a school for 15% of staff and students, like the youngest of the young. They're going to have going for the 15%, and the kids that are more needy, who have a hard time. So those kids are going to be able to go to school. So 15% in the school. And then they're going to have classes outside if they can. But that's basically, and they didn't even talk about a phase 2 because they're probably going to wait until, what's going to happen after October. Like if we're creeping up, which we kind of are. I think people are getting a little lax, but yeah.
Gotta stay vigilant. Real quick before we pass it off to Brother Oreo, and any closing remarks that he has, a couple things to kind of go with what you said. Today is August 6th, and today was actually the day that Lyndon B. Johnson signed the voting rights bill. 1965, August 6th, Lyndon B. Johnson signs the Voting Rights Bill, which prohibited racial discrimination in voting. The bill authorized the suspension of literacy tests that were used to disenfranchise minorities. So a big piece of, kind of like you were saying, legislation was passed today that set the stage for Black people and Black and brown minorities to be able to vote and flex their voting muscle, if you will, or their rights.
And everyone should be able to vote. You know what I mean? Felons, everyone. I know in Florida, they can vote now. Like.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, LeBron James has a initiative going right now, as a matter of fact, helping felons be able to vote in this upcoming election. So again, LeBron James with opening his school out in Akron.
Like felons, like that's kind of ridiculous. It's almost like a form of felon. Like I don't, you know what I mean? If you're out, how are you still a felon? Like why?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's doing a lot to help the felons that ex-felons, like you said, register to vote. So big shout out to LeBron James with that. Again, he opened the school up out in Akron. So he's definitely out there in the community trying to, help kids and people know their rights and register to vote. So big shout out to that. Also, on a local level, we have a couple of races going on in the state of Massachusetts right now. We have Joe Kennedy, Ed Markey. We also have Nick Collins, who's running in Boston in the Dorchester-Mattapan district for Senate. And we have here in Brockton, Carlos De Silva running for commissioner. The commissioner of Plymouth County. And basically he'd be able to help give contracts to local businesses and things like that. So please pay attention to those races. Those are very important races here in the state of Massachusetts. And again, we'll have more information and description after the show. But with that being said,
I have a question
pass
for
the
you
mic.
guys. Before you pass the mic, I have a question for both of you guys. Since it is National Minority Organ Donation Month,
Oh, yes, yes. Forgot about that.
what do you guys think about that? Like, I did a little research on it because, you know, yeah. What do you guys think about Oreo? What do you think about donating organs?
I ain't donating shit.
Yo, straight to the punch. I'm not. I personally kind of like Oreo. I'm not donating anything. I didn't check the organ donor box. I do apologize for all the people who may need an organ. Unfortunately, you ain't getting mine. You know.
Yeah. It's a tough thing, right? Because, and that's why I just looked at it just to see what's happening with it, because, you know, I was told the same thing. Well, one, I was told you don't donate organs because when you die, you need those things when you in the afterlife or in paradise. My mother was a Jehovah's Witness, so you know you don't want to not have your organs. But right.
Yeah, right.
Right. And the other piece is you don't want to be donating organs because you think they ain't gonna try to save you because they're gonna want your organs. But you know, the interesting thing when I did the research, they were saying because there are more white people, you know, population wise, chances are more Black people are getting white organs anyway. So white people are donating organs the most. So really, they're not gonna not try to save you just to get your organ, because you know we're benefiting most from if Black people are donating or if white people are donating, because you know they donate the most and they're a high population.
Look at how hard it is for a Black person to get an organ donation.
Right, absolutely, and that's part of the problem that they're having, is because you know that healthcare disparity comes back into play. So it's like, why Black people feel like, why should I be donating my organs when it's hard for Black people to even get on the list? And then the other piece too is because we don't go to the doctor as much. By the time we get to the doctor with like chronic obstructive pulmonary issues with our lungs or coronary artery disease, it's too late. Like we can't even go on the list because, you know, our arteries are already blocked 80%. So they're not going to put you on a list at that point, because what's the purpose? Your life expectancy is just too low. Or you have diabetes and other pre-existing conditions. So they're not going to try to give you, you know, new.
That's my whole point.
Right. So that's the issue that they're having.
I'm diabetic and I've been since I was 4 years old. So, you know what I'm saying? So if one of my kidneys or both of my kidneys go bad, they're just going to say, fuck you, guy. Take this dialysis until you die because I had a pre-existing condition.
Now, what is that? I've heard of that. What is that?
Dialysis?
Yeah.
It cleans your blood because your kidneys don't work.
Okay.
Right, you got to go in and get that. You got to go in dialysis.
Yeah. So they take blood out. Basically, they take your blood out, clean it, and put it back in you.
Oh, dang.
Well, is it the blood? Because isn't it kidney dialysis? So I don't think it's the blood. Right?
Nope, that's what they do.
Is it the blood?
Yep. Because kidneys clean out your blood and everything.
Yeah, I know what the kidneys do. I just didn't know that dialysis did the blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
They take your blood, clean it, and put it back in you.
See, that's why y'all people need to tune in. You learn something new every day. That's 2 gems we done dropped for you that people, well, I personally didn't know. So Thank you.
Okay.
That's stay healthy, everybody, please. Not just with Corona. Eat healthy, exercise. You know,
Yeah.
the the basics, the bare minimums. Stay healthy, y'all. Wow. Well, with that, we're going to transition over to Brother Oreo. Going to give his closing remarks and thoughts. Um, we're going to wrap up the show. So, Brother Oreo, you have the mic.
At the floor.
You have the floor. The calm is yours, sir. The calm.
All right. So just thinking about everything in general, it amazes me that after 400 years, right, of our, I'm not going to say us, but our ancestors and, everything going through everything that they went through, that us today are going through it in a modern era. Different forms, but still the same thing. It's, we have the mental slavery. We also have the physical slavery. And that's what they call the prison system. It baffles me how, we're still on that. But what's even more baffling is that, a lot of us aren't doing anything to change the narrative. A lot of people don't believe in changing the narrative because they're so happy and content with what they have and where they're at. Now we have to change the narrative and want more than what we have, or want to be in a different place from where we're at. That's something that's, I feel as though it's a must. And, until we get out of that satisfactory position, we're going to continue to get the same things and the same treatments that we're getting. So, I mean, I wanted to drop that on the people's head, let that sizzle in your spirits a little bit.
So the sizzle.
That's what's up. I'm with that. We do have a quick little shout out from Miss Porter. She wants to say Happy Independence Day to all my Jamaicans out there.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Big shout out. I didn't know it was the Jamaican Independence Day, but now I do. We still learning. So big shout out to all the Jamaicans. Happy Independence Day.
Oh, wow. He also was talking about her son donated his bone marrow to her daughter because her daughter.
Oh, wow.
So he did that whole new surgery. Yeah, she's sickle cell clear.
Oh, nice. She
Yeah.
has sickle cell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to talk about that. I'm gonna have to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
About the whole sickle cell and
she's
like
right. That. So donation could be good because he donated that bone marrow to her and saved her. So that's cool. Big shout out. Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. And
thank you,
real
Michelle,
quick,
for sharing that. That's dope.
And sickle cell is a big thing in the Black community. I do know people that do suffer from it. We definitely got to advocate more for it because it's a disease that is about pain, and you can't really quantify pain.
Yeah, my
cousin. You can't just be like, yeah, I can tell you're in pain. It's not like if you have if you have a sick or flu, you cut your arm, something that's actually visible.
Right.
Pain isn't something that's visible.
Right.
Especially when you're dealing with sickle cell patients. So we definitely have to advocate more for them. And get the message out there. I know there's a lot of
my
celebrities that have sickle cell. I know that is it Havoc from Mobb Deep?
I don't know. My little cousin has it.
Yeah, so we definitely have to advocate more for it. Get the message out there, and try to bring more attention to this disease that affects a lot of people. You may not hear about it because there's not enough advocates out there.
Back in the day, people would have babies and they didn't even know they had sickle cell, and the babies couldn't even be touched. They were just crying. They thought they were colicky, and they weren't colicky. It was sickle cell. Like they were just in pain everywhere you touched them. They couldn't be touched. It's bad. It's really bad.
And I know that the research into that and medication and treatment has progressed, but it hasn't progressed a lot because, you know,
No.
it's a disease that mainly affects Black and brown people. It's not a cancer. You know, it's not something that the masses or white people, you know, are affected by. So we definitely have to advocate more for people with sickle cell. Get that message out there. Yeah, so that's awesome that her son was able to do that for his sister. So that's
Yeah.
dope. That's
Right.
dope.
Right.
That's dope. Any shout outs, Brother Oreo, Miss Knowledge, before we wrap things up?
Shouting out everyone, stay safe, have a good weekend. You know, wear your mask. If there is someone around you that is not wearing a mask, try to stay calm because getting involved with them and trying to fight, you may get COVID while you're trying to beat them up. So you might go somewhere and chill because like these people are crazy. I went to like a Walmart in Raynham and they want, you know, you have to have a mask to go in. So what they do is put the mask on and then put it up underneath their nose once they're in the store. So everybody's walking around with the mask under their nose. And I'm like, oh, be safe, y'all.
Be safe. Yep. Brother Oreo, anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
Nah, no shout outs today, my brother.
All right. Well, I got a couple. First off, we have reached 390 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you. I'll be doing something new moving forward each month. At the end of the month, I'll shout out all the new subscribers. So for July, I want to shout out Lawrence Watkins, Polka Dot X, that's a friend of the family. Shout out to him. Jonathan Cox, that's my brother. That's also real life Brother Oreo's brother. So shout out to him. Big shout out to Sika for subscribing. A love something. I don't know. But shout out to them and
Teray.
Like the journalist Teray.
Yeah, I guess.
So big shout, not that Teray, but the name Teray. Yeah. So shout out to all those subscribers. Thank you. Our goal is 1,000 subs. We are at 390. We're quarter, percentage. I don't know how that goes. We're getting closer to our goal. So please, everybody out there, thank you for subscribing. For everybody who hasn't, please hit that subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe. Let all your friends, family know. Tune in every Thursday. Quick little hour and a half with Team Frosty. Frosty Oreos, Frosty Knowledge, and myself, Frosty McNuggets. We are What's Up People News. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye, guys.
Peace.